How to fix Witcher 3 graphics looking too bright white heavy checkmark. Welcome back tech lovers to a new Thursday Teknobalta fix. Today we are addressing a brightness issue in The Witcher 3 where the image looks washed out. Many players report that the main menu and in-game world look excessively bright. This often happens suddenly after a driver update or an improper exit. First, let us look at the in-game settings to roll out the basics. Open your display settings and locate the gamma slider. In some cases, the gamma setting only works in full-screen mode. If you are play in Borderless Windowed, the game differs to Windows settings. Try switch to full screen to see if the gamma slider becomes responsive. Next, check the bloom and LSS options under post-pro sing. Bloom can sometimes make the ing look too intense in certain weather conditions. However, if the menu icons are glow ing brightly, this is usually an overlay issue. The user Fatihilms discovered that Alt F3 was the culprit. This shortcut activates NVIDIA Game Filters, which can override game colors. If you accidentally press Alt F3 instead of Alt F4, you may enable a filter. Press Alt Z to open the NVIDIA GeForce Experience overlay. Click on Game Filter or press Alt F3 directly. Check if there are any active filters labeled as brightness or contrast. You can disable the filter entirely to return to the default look. Sometimes the NVIDIA app automatically applies an optimized filter. If this does not fix it, we must look at the configuration files. Quit the game and navigate to your Documents folder. Find the Witcher 3 folder and locate user.settings. Delete this file will force the game to regenerate default settings. This is helpful if Alt F4 exits corrupted your preferences. Now let us check Windows HDR settings. If you have an HDR monitor, Windows Auto HDR may be washing out the image. Go to Windows Settings, then System, and then Display. Ensure that HDR is either fully configured or turned off for testing. In the NVIDIA control panel, check the desktop color settings. Verify that Digital Vibrance is set to 50%. Higher values can make colors look unnatural and overall bright. Check the gamma slider in the control panel as well. It should be set to 1.0 by default. If the issue persists, you may need to reinstall your drivers. Use Display Driver Uninstaller or DDU for a clean removal. This removes all hidden profiles that may be causing the brightness bug. Remember that DLSS can sometimes affect the perceived brightness of thin objects. Try toggling DLSS off to see if the washed out look disappears. If you are assigning mods, check for any ReShade presets. ReShade can be activated with the home key and has its own brightness settings. Some color fix mods may actually make the game look brighter depending on your monitor. Always verify game files via Steam or GOG Galaxy. This ensures that no core shader files are missing or corrupted. In conclusion, the most common fix is checking the Alt F3 filters. Keep your overlay settings in check to avoid sudden sexual changes. That wraps up our deep dive into Witcher 3 brightness issues. If this helped you, please subscribe for more tech and IKAL fix easy. See you in the next Teknobalta guide.